Garrett, congratulations on becoming the all-time goals leader. That was your 87th, and it had to be memorable in a lot of ways because, one, it went off somebody else's stick. Just talk about that part of it.
Yeah, obviously it's kind of funny. We're talking with Coach, like, we're not getting a lot of bounce throughout the year. Everyone kind of knows that, and obviously I wanted to score a little bit more this year than what I have been, obviously, and it's kind of funny. It's kind of fitting, obviously, that that one goes in off someone else. So you're never going to ask how you do it at the end of the day, so as long as they go in, and that's all that kind of matters at this point right now.
Well, how good did it feel? You guys came back 3 times to tie it, and then you won it in overtime. And as you know, it was a lot of times you haven't had great success in overtime. Tonight you did. Yeah,
it's kind of been our Achilles heel this year, kind of coming from behind. Our team's been kind of getting down when we get down by a goal or 2 goals. And, I kind of told the guys after that win, 3 weeks ago or a month ago, we would have lost that game 4-1 when they went up 3-1. So I think it's huge for not only the morale, but the confidence in the locker room that we came back from 1 goal, we came back from 3-1, and we came back, obviously, at the end there. So that's huge moving forward, and I think that we're a whole different team right now with confidence moving forward for the last little stretch here. And then the 3-on-3, yeah. We kudos the coach there. We practiced 3-on-3 a couple times this week for a while. And right going into the overtime there, he kind of said to the guys, like, you know what, this is fitting for us right now. We've practiced it, and we're ready right now. So, we got a lot of skilled guys in that team. There should be no reason why we don't have a better record 3-on-3.
You're 3-1 in overtime, and you hit a post last week because you could have been 4-1. So overtime, it's better than what we probably thought. But in this game, when you come from behind like that, and it's the kind against a team that's really desperate and maybe expecting something to go wrong as well. But so who's going to add to somebody else's misery? When you win a game like that, when both teams are desperate and both really kind of need it, is it something that gives you a lift going forward, or do you just have to come back and start over again tomorrow and go to work?
Yeah, it's a bit of both. Obviously, we got to take games however we can get them at this point right now, but it shows a good resilience to our group that we came back from that. Kind of especially these last 10 games. It doesn't matter how you win games, but obviously it kind of is good to win games coming from behind, playing with a lead, winning those guys, kind of doing that. So kind of when you go into playoffs, you can win both ways. It's not just always you have to get the first goal. You have to be up 2 goals going in the third period. You can come back from behind. So we're kind of showing that, obviously.
Do you know Adam Pollock at all?
Yeah.
So I mean, he's a beloved figure here as well.
For sure.
And so to break a record that you shared with him, 85 now 86, or.
Yeah, I probably got a couple more games in him now, so that might help. But no, again, like obviously individual awards come and go, but without great teammates, obviously there's no awards there. So kudos to Greg, kudos to the coaches that have been here since I've been here to bring in good players, to bring in good guys. So you can't do it obviously without those people, passing you the puck. So
you got to come back tomorrow now, and
yeah.
So it's we had this situation last. You went on Friday and dominate long stretches of last Saturday's game. So what do you have to do? You gave up 2 early goals, men to 6, 11 seconds into period, and that kind of thing. So I mean, what kind of things do you look at to get off the jump?
Yeah, obviously we had a good game plan going in, and then their first 2 goals were honestly the game plan that we said that they're going to do exactly that, and we need to box out and we need to play those low plays, and those are the exact 2 goals that happened. So I'm sure we'll see those on film tomorrow. And then same thing with, coming out strong. Like we had last week, our strength was beginning of periods, end of periods. And then tonight we let one in, kind of like coming in that third period early on. So obviously we need to address that and get back to playing. But, this stretch that we've had, it's been like 1 good game, 1 loss. 1 good game, 1 loss. Even if we're playing good in those losses, we still haven't kind of finished those games. So I think it's a huge opportunity for us to kind of get back on track and try to close out a big weekend.
You played in front of these fans for a long time, and we're averaging 5,500 here now. Last year was obviously huge. So you've played in front of a lot of fans here and have kind of a special relationship. They feel like they have a special relationship with you. So when you get to come out, do it at home, do it in front of a really enthusiastic crowd in a big game. You're circling the ice with taking the 3 stars. What's that feel like?
Yeah, all the guys were kind of joking around when I didn't score last week that I was waiting for it this week. So I'll say that too. I didn't want to score last week, but no, obviously you can take it when you can, and obviously coming back here this year was a big reason was the fans. Obviously it's kind of like my second home at this point now. I've been treated very well with the fans here, and it's always a great place to come back to, and I respect and love all the support that I've gotten throughout the years here for sure.
Does it feel like getting the record breaker now? Do you feel like the monkey's really off your back now?
Yeah, I might have expected it to be a little bit earlier on in the season, but again, seasons are different. It comes and goes. Guys battle different things throughout the season, and different balances, things like that. But again, individual stuff. I don't care who's scoring goals. Obviously, sometimes there's jobs for each guy. If they want to be the goal scorers, they kind of should be the goal scorers. But again, on teams, it doesn't matter who scores. It's just next man up mentality and that kind of thing. So now we can kind of take it away and just move forward with it and go into playoffs.
Can you talk about the line? I mean, obviously Wigbar comes in, you get paired up, and then Willis comes in, and it's just he seems to be. It's almost like a Patrick McGannity type. Just he's on the next good things happen, and it may or may not have something directly to do with it. Just good things happen. Can you talk about playing with both of them, but what Willis adds?
Yeah, obviously playing with Widzy there was we kind of knew coming in that we were going to play together. It took a couple of games, and even in the games when we might not produce, we're getting so many chances. I think that just goes back to the balances that sometimes are not happening. And our line gets pucks, and now it's Willis coming in and joining. He's a very skilled player and sees the ice very well. So we kind of each bring a different aspect to that line, which is good. And we get pucks down low and we try to let our skill come out in their zone. Then it's going to be dangerous, I think, for sure.